Today on Husky News Network.
Companies like Measurable, the Petri Ledger, and many film and television studios offer co-ops and jobs that media students are eager to take. Sophie Cannon reports on the star-studded 5-person media panel that spoke about these job opportunities.
This week, the Communications Department at Northeastern hosted a panel of media and journalism experts to come and inspire students. The panel included an independent filmmaker, the president of Mashable Studios, the executive producer of the NFL's Good Morning Football, a film critic, and the director of Breaking Amish. Each panelist came with a few clips of their work to show the students. Freshman communications major Nathan Codwell is a regular at these events, coming time and time again to soak up as much information about the industry as possible.
From the events in the past, I've gleaned a lot about the entertainment industry and kind of some of the nuts and bolts of how the business of entertainment works, and also some of the things you wouldn't really hear elsewhere when you're looking into, the entertainment industry and jobs there and stuff.
Professor Bill Lancaster, a senior lecturer in the Department of Communication Studies here at Northeastern, hosted this event as part of an ongoing series where he hopes that students can learn about the balance between art and commerce. The frequency of these events vary from year to year and are not always panels. Lancaster believes that students learn a lot from these panels, and that's why he continues to host them.
The takeaway for the students is to see firsthand from industry people how they think, how they operate, how they budget, where they came from, how they came up through the ranks. And I think that, each one of these guests.
There's rarely a lack of interesting events on campus. The Bake More Bread event included free, freshly baked bread and an energetic speaker. Bread is a staple of every dinner table across the world, and it's an important and versatile food. Author and chef Michael Calanti came to the exhibition kitchen in Stetson West Dining Hall to share his love for yeast with students and faculty. Calanti did a live demonstration of baking a loaf of bread, culminating in a tasting complete with butter, hummus, and red pepper. Calanti hails from California, and his laid-back and happy-go-lucky attitude engaged the audience. After the demo and tasting, the chef and author signed copies of his cookbook, personalizing each cover with a heartfelt message.
So, who am I making this to? Rita. I'll teach anybody how to bake bread. Really, I will. But the thing about college students is, I think so much pressure is placed on like what's going on in your brain, and you're kind of sedentary and you're like studying and stuff like that. And baking bread is such a great contrast to that.
It's essential to find ways to better the community, and here at Northeastern, our Greek Life does just that. They're one of the main sources on campus for philanthropy events. As Simone Wiseman reports, the young men of Delta Tau Delta are impacting the community one tricycle race at a time.
The Deltona 500 is the annual spring philanthropy event that raises money for the Juvenile Diabetes Research Fund. Here in the Krentzman Quad, the brothers of Delta Tau Delta have a full day of food and games prepared to help raise money for the foundation. The JDRF is not only important on a national level, but hits home for many of the brothers in the Northeastern chapter. Fraternity brother and sophomore industrial engineering major Rolando Cubayos shares his personal tie to the foundation.
My sister has type 1, and she got it at a very late age. Most people get it around 2-3 years old. She got it when she was 15. So it was a big hit on her whole growing up kind of adolescent stage, and it changed my life.
The young men of DTD are raising money for their chapter charity with tricycle races around the quad and carnival-style games. They also sold hot dogs and hamburgers from a charcoal grill. The event was full of fun games, and the beautiful weather made the day a success. Although juvenile diabetes is serious, the brothers are hoping their event teaches other students about the disease while still allowing attendees to engage in a fun way. Sophomore finance major Lucas Walsh says the annual fundraiser not only impacts the foundation, but his family, both here at Northeastern and back home.
We're really involved with JDRF, and my sister, when she was in kindergarten, got diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. So every year, the JDRF puts on a walk for a cure, and that always happens in the fall, in October. So we did that every year when I was growing up, and to come here and be able to do that through my fraternity is also something that's really important to me.
If you would like to learn more about the brothers of Delta Tau Delta and their involvement with the JDRF, you can go to their website, deltataudeltanu.com.
Northeastern prides itself on its global status, bringing in exchange students, sending students on dialogues and service trips overseas, and teaching with a global mindset. Simone Wiseman reports on the annual Global Summit hosted at Northeastern University for the 4th year, aimed at bringing together innovation, business, and a global focus.
Northeastern University hosted its 4th annual Global Summit in the Raytheon Amphitheater. This year's focus was on Africa, the event titled African Ingenuity, Infrastructure, and Beyond. This is an all-day affair, beginning at 10 a.m. with check-in and a complimentary catered breakfast. Attendees mingled over coffee before the first set of speakers took to the podium. Freshman international business major Catherine Hogan attended the event as part of an extra credit assignment for class, but left with a greater appreciation of the challenges presented in African development after hearing from the first speaker.
His name is Ice. He brought a lot of not just numerical information about Nigeria, but also just insight into what it's like living there, what it's like trying to do business there, and seeing the challenges, because living in the United States, we don't experience a lot of these challenges, so kind of gaining that insight was really interesting.
Following a short coffee break, the event continued with a 3-person expert panel. President and founder of the Northeastern Emerging Markets Club and third-year international business major, Monique Lakula, helped coordinate the event to spread more knowledge about the African continent as a whole.
One of the things we noticed is that we don't often discuss Africa and the African continent in our international business classes and our business classes in general. And it just so happened that, with my grandparents being Nigerian and Professor Robin Murdy had spent some time growing up in Nigeria, that we thought it would be a really relevant topic on a subject area that a lot of students don't get to learn about.